Hello, welcome back dear students. Welcome to our e-learning sessions. This e-learning session initiated by Sri Vidyadis Vidya Sankul under the guidance of Dr. G.M. Suttaria sir. And welcome back to our subject SPCC. This will be our lecture number 2nd, and in previous session we discussed everything about the basic introduction of the chapter and issue of shares, that is the chapter number 1 of part 2, that is SP. So here today we are going to start the first point, that is the procedure for share application. As I suggested last time, that if you haven't read these 2 pages, that is page number 86 and 87, then first of all please pause the video and read this, so that you will be able to understand more and in detailed manner. Otherwise you will end up with a very little understanding and a very little knowledge regarding this particular topics. So if you haven't read, then please pause and first of all read and then start it again. And if you have read it already, then let us start. The procedure for the share application can be divided into the following stages. So here we are having 4 different stages of the procedure for share application. First one is opening of a bank account. First question comes to our mind, that it is already business in it, and when already all the activities is already started, or we can say the business is running very well, then why there is a need to open one more account in the name of the firm or with the same name? So for any of the share application, it is compulsory to open an bank account which is also called escrow account, because you just understand, if there is some kind of refund process is there, if allotment is there, then just take a full example, that in the initial time the company is asking for 100 crore as a capital, but as more number of investors are interested in investing the amount, then they received the application worth of 150 crore. Now it is obvious that they have to refund this 50 crore. Sometimes in future it may happen that as per the call, basically the investors are not paying the full account or full amount. Then at that time we require to have a different, કેમ કે એક બિઝનેસ ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશન કેટલી વખત પોતાના બુક્સ ઓફ અકાઉન્ટ્સની અંદર આ બધી એન્ટ્રીઓ ચેન્જ કરશે? એટલે જ્યારથી બિઝનેસ ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશન આઈપીઓ લાવવાનું વિચારે ત્યારથી લઈને જ્યાં સુધી એની બધી જ પ્રોસેસ ના પતી જાય અને ફાઇનલ અમાઉન્ટ જ્યાં સુધી બેંક અકાઉન્ટમાં ના આવી જાય ત્યાં સુધી આ અકાઉન્ટ ઓપન કરવાનું, પછી એની જેટલી પણ અમાઉન્ટ છે એ ઓરિજિનલ અકાઉન્ટમાં ટ્રાન્સફર કરી અને એસ્ક્રો અકાઉન્ટ છે એ ક્લોઝ કરી દેવાનું. પણ આખી પ્રોસિજર માટે આપણે કમ્પલસરી એક અલગથી અકાઉન્ટ ઓપન કરવું જ પડશે. એન્ડ ધેટ્સ વાય the first step is opening of a bank account. Bankers to the issue are appointed by a company to make all transaction related to the issue of shares. Basically શેર ઇસ્યુ માટે આપણે મર્ચન્ટ બેન્કર અને અંડરરાઇટર બેન્કર્સની જરૂર હોય છે. એટલે મર્ચન્ટ બેન્કર જે બેંક છે કે જે આઈપીઓ માટે અપોઇન્ટ થઈ છે એમાં અકાઉન્ટ ઓપન થશે. The company can open a current account in any scheduled bank for making transaction regarding the issue of shares. It is not compulsory, કેમ કે મર્ચન્ટ બેન્કર જનરલી પબ્લિક ડીલિંગમાં હોતી જ નથી, એ કોર્પોરેટ ડીલિંગની અંદર હોય છે. એટલે તમે કોઈ પણ શેડ્યુલ્ડ કોમર્શિયલ બેંકની અંદર તમારું બેંક અકાઉન્ટ ઓપન કરી શકો છો. જે બેઝિકલી દરેક બેંકના અલગ અલગ નોર્મ્સ પ્રમાણે તમને મર્ચન્ટ બેન્કર સજેસ્ટ કરશે કે કયા બેંકમાં તમારે અકાઉન્ટ ઓપન કરવું જોઈએ. So here it is given that for the purpose of public issue, the company opens a special bank account with the bankers to the issue, which is known as escrow bank account. So this special category bank account is known as escrow bank account. અને આ ખાલી અને ખાલી ઇશ્યુ પર્પઝ માટે થઈને જ છે. For the purpose of public issue, the company opens a special bank account with the bankers to the issue. એટલે કે bankers to the issue બેઝિકલી એક બેંક છે, એક કંપની છે, એ ઘણી બધી અલગ અલગ બેંક સાથે આવી રીતનું એગ્રીમેન્ટ કરતી હોય છે કે જેનાથી ને એમનો ઇનિશિયલ પબ્લિક ઓફરિંગ છે એ સક્સેસ જાય ને એમને બહુ બધી ડિટેલ્ડમાં જવું પડે નહીં એટલા માટે. તો એને એસ્ક્રો બેંક અકાઉન્ટ કહેવાય છે. ધીસ અકાઉન્ટ ઇઝ ઓપન્ડ બાય presenting a copy of the resolution passed in the meeting of board of directors regarding opening of the account along with other documents. As you all knows that in any of the company format, whether it is joint stock or private company, first of all you have to pass the resolution regarding any decision with the duly signed by all the directors. So here also, if you want to or if you wish to open a bank account, that is the escrow account, then first of all you have to make a resolution in the meeting of a board of directors regarding the opening of a bank account for the IPO purpose, and after that you have to send the copy or you have to submit the copy of resolution to the particular bank and request the bank to open a bank account in the name of the firm, which will be the escrow account. Along with the documents, it means the necessary document, that is the know your customer KYC documents asked by a bank. While opening the account, company assures that the share application money will be deposited in this account and the total amount including share capital and premium, if share are issued at a premium, will be transferred to the company's account only after completion of the process of share allotment. Here the company assures that all the different types of share application will be credited into this account only. Now here the one word, that is the share premium. What is share premium? Sometimes the well reputed and well goodwill companies issues the share over and above their par value, or we can say their book value. Say for example, Wipro company wish to come with an IPO. Now the actual par value of the share is 10 rupees, but considering the goodwill of the Wipro, their issued value is 200 rupees. So par value is 10, issued value is 200, so 119 rupees is a premium. So here the bank assures that, here the company assures that all the money, that is 200 multiplied by number of shares issued, will be credited to this escrow account only. And once when all the process regarding IPO will be completed, then they will compulsorily transfer this amount to their regular current account and this account will be closed. So while opening the account, company assures that the share application money will be deposited in the account. All the share application money will be deposited in this account only, and the total amount including share capital and premium. So this 190 is a premium, 10 rupees is a par value, and 200 is a share capital. This 200 multiplied by number of shares will be transferred to the company's account only after completion of the process of share allotment. Once when the share allotment process will be ended, then all the money will be transferred to their regular account. The account is closed after the completion of the process of share allotment. It is obvious that this escrow account is specifically opened for the purpose of IPO. Then this escrow account will be closed as soon as the process ends. As per latest guidelines of SEBI, that guidelines is issued on 1st January 2016, share application can be made only through SBA, or we can say ASBA. Compulsorily you have to remember this term along with its full form. The name of the full form of the SBA is application supported by blocked amount. It means in the initial times, when if you wish to make any kind of share application, then compulsorily you have to give the check of that particular amount to the so and so share broker, and that broker will process this. Now let us understand the traditional process first of all, so that you will be able to understand what is SBA. In traditional method, initially when the company issues a prospectus, then their advertisement regarding this public issue comes to the local newspaper. After reading this prospectus in a detailed manner, those investors who wish to purchase or wish to subscribe to the IPO are contacting their share broker and showing the willingness towards the purchase of shares. Now the share broker will give them a share application form where the detail of that particular investor, that is name of the investor, his PAN number, his address, bank detail, bank account number, IFSC code, MICAR code, each and everything will be mentioned in that form in a duly assigned box. Once this application form is submitted, then along with this application form you have to give one check of that particular amount. Now say for example, if I apply to this Wipro's IPO, then ₹70 share of ₹200 each, which I subscribe. So it means 14,000 rupees. This is the normal amount when what a retail investor has to give, or the check of this particular amount will be given. So now I have given the check of this 14,000 rupees to the share broker. Same way, from different corners of the country, there are thousands of investors who wish to invest or subscribe in this particular company, and they also paid the amount with the check. Now all this check is credited into the escrow bank account. Now say for example, the IPO size is almost 150 crores. It means 150 crores. So first of all the amount will be credited into escrow bank account. It means it shows in your passbook that you have applied for this particular issue, and amount is debited from your account, and that will be credited into the escrow account of the Wipro Technologies. Now after seeing that, the basic requirement of the company is almost 100 crore, while at the same time the company has received 150 crore. So after deciding the basis of allotment, now the company will repay the remaining 50 crores to the shareholders who haven't received the share. So now what happened here? The company required only 100 crore, but due to the old and traditional process, they have to credited 150 crore in that account. Now once the process ended, then they have to issue the check worth ₹50 crore to each and every shareholder who are not able to receive the share after allotment. So here the bank will be continuously in a working. First of all, they are receiving the shares, they are receiving the check from different banks and then credited into the escrow account. Once this process ended, then again they issue the check to the different investors so that the money will be refunded. Now due to this process, the time between one IPO, and if you have subscribed and if your IPO is successful, it means the share is allotted to you, then this 14,000 is worth, because this amount is debited from your account and credited into the escrow account. But if you haven't received the share, because of the hard luck, you are not able to get the shares, then this money will be refunded. But in this process, almost 20 days is gone. So for this 20 days, the investor has to bear the loss of the interest on 14,000 as well as there is two entry in your passbook. One entry is of debit amount and second entry is of credit amount. So this paperwork will be the very high. But nowadays, to remove this problem or to solve this problem, SEBI has decided to go through an SBA. Now what happens here is that first of all you have to fill up the form according to the share application form. Now you have to give this or submit this form to your bank account or your bank branch. Say for example, I am having an account in SBI. So after duly filled form, I just submit it to the SBI, and now SBI will block the amount. See the full form, that application supported by blocked amount. So now this 14,000 rupees is only blocked in my account. It means once the IPO started, up to the end of the allotment process, I cannot withdraw this 14,000, but it is in my bank account and I will receive the interest on it. Now say for example, the process is run for 10 days, and after 10 days I received a message from the company that we are sorry, we regret to inform you that you haven't received any share. Then automatically this 14,000 rupees will be unblocked to my account, and now it will show in my regular balance. Otherwise, up to this 10 days, whenever I check my bank account, then this 14,000 rupees is shown as a blocked amount. So it means now there is no requirement to give a check. There is no requirement to debit from your account and credit into escrow account. Now all the amount is in the account of the same shareholder, and it is not debited from this account and not credited into the escrow account. ગુજરાતી મીડિયમ માટે ગુજરાતી મીડિયમ નહીં, પણ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ કે જે ના સમજી શક્યા એમને હું એવું કહું કે શરૂઆતમાં જો આપણે આઈપીઓ માટે એપ્લાય કરીએ તો આપણે કમ્પલસરી એ ચેક પે કરવાનો છે, જે આપણા અકાઉન્ટમાંથી ડેબિટ થશે અને એસ્ક્રો અકાઉન્ટમાં ક્રેડિટ થશે. હવે સમજો કે તમને શેર નથી લાગ્યા, તો જ્યારે પ્રોસેસ એન્ડ થશે એટલે એસ્ક્રો અકાઉન્ટમાંથી ડેબિટ થઈ અને તમારા અકાઉન્ટમાં ક્રેડિટ થાય. આની વચ્ચે 15 to 20 ડેઝ લાગે, ત્યાં સુધી નથી તમને અમાઉન્ટ ઉપર કોઈ જાતનો ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ મળતું, અને તમારા પાસબુકમાં બે એન્ટ્રી આવે છે. ફર્સ્ટ એન્ટ્રી ઇઝ ઓફ ડેબિટ અમાઉન્ટ ફ્રોમ યોર અકાઉન્ટ ટુ એસ્ક્રો, એન્ડ સેકન્ડ વન ઇઝ from credit account from escrow to your bank account. તો આવી પ્રોસેસ થતી. એના બદલે હવે જે સિસ્ટમ આવી છે એટલે SBA, that is account application supported by blocked amount. એટલે હવે તમારે ચેક નથી આપવાના, પણ તમે જ્યારે પણ શેર એપ્લિકેશન કરશો એટલે તમારા અકાઉન્ટમાંથી ને 14,000 રૂપીસ છે એ બ્લોક થઈ જશે. ઇટ મીન્સ યુ કેન નોટ વિથડ્રો ધીસ અમાઉન્ટ એની હાઉ. સે ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ આફ્ટર 10 ડેઝ, કેમ કે હવે તો પ્રોસેસ ઓફ એલોટમેન્ટ બહુ ફાસ્ટ થઈ ગઈ છે અને ફટાફટ આ બધી પ્રોસેસ ચાલવા માંડી. તો 10 ડેઝમાં એ લોકોએ બેસિસ ઓફ એલોટમેન્ટ ડિસાઇડ કરી લીધું અને તમને મેસેજ પણ આવી ગયો મોબાઈલમાં કે સોરી યુ હેવન્ટ રિસીવ્ડ એની શેર. તો ઓટોમેટિકલી જે મેસેજ તમને આવ્યો ને એ જ મેસેજ બેંકને ગયો હશે કે આ એપ્લિકેન્ટને કોઈ પણ જાતના શેર ઇસ્યુ થયા નથી, એની અમાઉન્ટ છે એ અનબ્લોક કરી દેવું. સિમ્પલ. આ 14,000 જે બ્લોક થયા છે ને એ પણ પાસબુકમાં ક્યાંય નહીં બતાય, અને જ્યારે અનબ્લોક થશે ત્યારે પાસબુકમાં ક્યાંય નહીં બતાય, કેમ કે તમારા અકાઉન્ટમાંથી ડેબિટ જ નથી થયા, તો ક્રેડિટ પણ નહીં થાય. તો આ લેટેસ્ટ સિસ્ટમ છે કે જેના ઉપર અત્યારે સેબી બધા જ આઈપીઓ એપ્લાઇડ કરે છે. See here, as per latest guidelines of SEBI, that is 1st January 2016, share application can be made only through SBA, that is application supported by blocked amount. According to the SBA procedure, the share application money is blocked by the bank where the applicant holds his account. Now if I wish to apply for the share, then simply when I applied for this particular IPO, then I submit that form to my bank, and my bankers knows that I wish to apply, and hence they block this amount for that company's purpose. The money remains blocked till the share allotment is done and the application money is transferred to the company's account. હવે સમજો કે મેં તમને અત્યાર સુધી જે કેસ સમજાવ્યો એમાં એવું સમજાવ્યું હતું તમને શેર નથી લાગ્યા, that's okay. So money will be transferred to unblocked on the same day, same time. But if you have subscribed and unfortunately share is allotted to you, then this 14,000 rupees will be debited from your account, and at the same moment it will be credited into the escrow bank account. પહેલાના ટાઈમમાં એટલા બધા ચેક પ્રોસેસ કરવાના આવતા કે એસ્ક્રો બેંક અકાઉન્ટ એના માટે એક સ્પેશિયલ અલગથીને એક બેચ ઊભી કરવી પડતી કે જે ખાલી આઈપીઓના જ કામ કરે ને બધાના ચેક નાખે અને એ બધી અમાઉન્ટ કરે. પછી જ્યારે રિફંડ આપવાના હોય ત્યારે પણ એ પ્રોસેસ કરે. એ બધું પેપર વર્કથી માંડીને બધું જ ઇઝી થઈ ગયું. Automatic computerized and internet facility system where each and every amount from every corner of the country is blocked in their own account itself. And whenever if share is allotted to them, then it will be debited from their account and credited into escrow, and if not, then it will be unblocked in your account only. So આટલી simple procedure થઈ ગઈ. જે પહેલા tough હતી, now it's become a very easy. The money remains blocked till the share allotted is done and the application money is transferred to the company's account. As soon as the allotment of share is done, the amount of share allotted is transferred from the bank account of the applicant to the bank account of the company. So now it will be transferred from your bank account to the company's escrow account. Thus the question of refunding the application money on shares not allotted does not arise. હવે રિફંડ કરવાના જ નથી કેમ કે તમારામાં જ બ્લોક્ડ હતા જે ખાલી અનબ્લોક થઈ ગયા. સો રિફંડિંગ પ્રોસેસ ઇઝ ઓવર એન્ડ ઇટ ઇઝ નોટ નીડેડ. નાઉ the second point in the procedure of share application is receiving share application. Once the prospectus is sanctioned by SEBI, as I mentioned in previous session that before publicizing or publishing this particular prospectus or advertisement, you have to compulsorily follow the instructions of SEBI and you have to submit this prospectus to SEBI. After making necessary changes, the SEBI approves the prospectus and then you can publish it. The company gives advertisement in newspaper and publicly announces the period during which the public offer will remain open for the public subscription. Once this prospectus sanctioned by the SEBI, then now the company may proceed further. Now they will publish this particular advertisement into the newspaper and different medias, either on internet, on television or anywhere, and officially they announces the subscription or they invites the subscription from the different subscribers. And any under opening date to closing date લખેલું. Basically this period is 3 to 5 days. It means this period is 3 to 5 days. All investors willing to apply for shares can obtain share application from share brokers, sub-broker, stock exchanges of bank registered for the process of SBA. Now it is from the point of view of an investor. Initially, from the point of view of a company, we opened a bank account with a bank which is authorized for the public issue by the company. Now, once this bank account is opened, the next thing is get sanction for the prospectus and issue or publish this prospectus into the newspaper and different media. After reading this advertisement, the investors, those who wants to or those who willing to invest in the shares, now getting the application form from different sources. From where do you get this application from? So it is given that all investors willing to apply for shares can obtain share application forms from share brokers like Zaveri Securities, Marwadi, Sher Khan, Angel Broking, Trado Hub, Bansal. There are so many share brokers exist even in Bhavnagar. As Bhavnagar is a very small market, but every time when IPO comes, on an average Bhavnagar is subscribing in a full amount. So either you get from the share broker or sub brokers who are working under this share broker. Then stock exchanges, unfortunately in Bhavnagar we haven't any kind of stock exchange or branch of a stock exchange, so we have to compulsorily get this form from this shareholders, these brokers or sub brokers or banks recognized for the process of SBA. Generally, at the time of issuing a shares, the bank is deciding which are the bank that will be associated bank in the process of IPO. તો તમને એ જે એસોસિએટેડ બેંક છે એમની પાસેથી પણ એપ્લિકેશન ફોર્મ્સ છે એ અવેલેબલ થશે. Investors will deposit the duly filled in share application form along with all details, signature and copy of permanent account number that is PAN to brokers who manages to deposit the application form to the bank recognized for SBA process, to that the share application money can be blocked in the respective bank account of applicants. Nowadays, majority of the shareholders are giving you the facility to collect from the investors. Say for example, I am having an account with Zaveri Securities. This is the share broker. Now, Om Associates is the sub broker. SBI Bank is a recognized by SBA. So this bank is recognized by SEBI for SBA. Now, next one is Vaibhav Shah, who is the investor. He may go to the Zaveri Securities or Om Associates for getting a blank application form. Now this Om Associates give me a blank application form, and then what I will do is to fill the application form and submit it to the broker itself. Now, once if I submit to the broker, then they give the facility that all the shareholders like me who are submitting their shares to this Om Associates can send that applications to the SBI Bank. પણ અત્યારે હવે સબ બ્રોકર શું કરે છે ખબર તમને? એ તમને ફોર્મ આપે અને તમને એમ કહી દે કે તમે ડાયરેક્ટલી તમારી બેંકમાં આપી દેજો. જનરલી અમે પણ બધાના ભેગા કરી અને બેંકમાં આપવા જઈએ છીએ. તો એના કરતાં તમે એટલે હવે હું આની પાસેથી ફોર્મ લઈશ અને ફોર્મ સીધે સીધું મારી બેંકમાં આપી દઈશ. હું જેવું એમને ફોર્મ આપીશ એવું એ પોર્ટલની અંદર સીધી બધી ઇન્ફોર્મેશન પુટઅપ કરશે. એટ ધ સેમ મોમેન્ટ ધ અમાઉન્ટ વિલ બી બ્લોક્ડ. એટલે તરત ને તરત એ બધી અમાઉન્ટ છે એ બ્લોક થઈ જશે. So what here given is that investor will deposit the duly filled in share application form. એટલે first of all I have to fill all the required data, and along with all details, signature and copy of permanent account number that is PAN to the broker. એટલે આ મારા બ્રોકરને પણ હવે જનરલી બધા બેંક અકાઉન્ટની અંદર ઓલરેડી પેન નંબર નાખેલો જ છે, એટલે એ લોકો પેનની કોપી અલગથી માંગતા નથી. Who manages to deposit the application form to banks recognized for SBA process, so that the share application money can be blocked in the respective bank account of application. જો હું એમને આપીશ તો એમને પણ અહીંયા જ આપવા જવાનું છે, ને હું ડાયરેક્ટલી આપીશ તો પણ એ સેમ પ્રોસેસ થશે. એટલે એ અમાઉન્ટ છે એ જનરલી જે રેકગ્નાઇઝડ બેંક છે એની અંદર ક્રેડિટ થઈ જશે. Share application money can be blocked in the respective bank account of applicant. Applicants can directly approach bank recognized for SBA process and deposit the share application for further process of blocking the application amount. I am having two options. Either I go through this sub-broker or directly to the bank. In both the cases, the bank is the responsible for blocking my amount. from my account. No check are required for the process of SBA, as we already discussed that check was a traditional method. Now in new method there is no requirement of a check. Under the SBA process, it is compulsory to deposit the application form to any of the recognized branches of the bank for SBA process in which the applicant holds his bank account, because the bank requires to block the application money in the account. Now if I am having an account in SBI bank Halanala branch, but right now I am here nearest to this Kaliabir, so I wish to submit this application form to the Kaliabir branch, then I can submit it to the Kaliabir branch. Now the bank will process it same, because nowadays it is the core banking where all the bank accounts are connected with each other through the server. So it is obviously that when I submit this application form, then anywhere from the India or any branch of the SBI will block my amount. કોઈ પણ મારા અકાઉન્ટની ડિટેલ જોઈ શકે છે કોઈ પણ બ્રાન્ચમાંથી, અને એ ફોર્મ લઈ અને અકાઉન્ટ બ્લોક કરી દેશે. એના માટે એવું નહીં કે તમે કાલાનાલા બ્રાન્ચમાં જાઓ. હા, એવું પોસિબલ છે કે SBI વાળા એવું કરતા હોય, અદરવાઇઝ બાકી બધી બેંક છે કોઈ પણ બ્રાન્ચમાંથી ને સબમિટ કરી લે છે. In which file application hold his bank account because the bank required to block the application money the account. The process of allotment is carried out after verifying the specimen of signature in bank account and demat account of applicant. હવે જે ફોર્મ હોય ને એની ફોર્મની અંદર બંને ડિટેલ હોય. એક બાજુ છે ને ડીમેટની સાઇન હોવી જોઈએ, એની એક્ઝેક્ટ બાજુમાં બેંક સાઇન હોવી. એટલે તમે જે ડીમેટમાં સાઇન કરતા હો અને બેંકમાં સાઇન કરતા હોય બંને સાઇન તમારે કરો. ઘણા લોકો બહુ શાણા હોય, દે આર ટુ ક્લેવર, કે ડીમેટમાં અલગ અને બેંકમાં અલગ સાઇન રાખતા હોય, અને ઘણા મારી જેવા હોય જે બેમાં સેમ સાઇન રાખતા હોય. તો એમને બંને જગ્યાએ સિગ્નેચર કરી અને એ સ્પેસિમેન સિગ્નેચર બેંકને આપવાનું. Now this bank is recognized by SEBI for the SBA process, hence they can check the signature, or we can say the demat signature, from their own portal. SBI વાળા છે એ મારું ડીમેટ ભલે ઝવેરી માર્યું, પણ એ લોકો મારી ડીમેટની સિગ્નેચર જોઈ શકે છે અને ચેક કરી શકે છે whether it is same or not. Why? The bank sign is been then only. એ તો એમના અકાઉન્ટમાં ઓલરેડી છે જ પહેલેથી. એટલે આ બંને સિગ્નેચરને મેચ કર્યા પછી જો એમને લાગે કે 100% પરફેક્ટ સાઇન છે તો જ એ લોકો એ પ્રોસેસ આગળ કરશે, બ્લોક કરશે. અધરવાઇઝ ધ એપ્લિકેશન વિલ બી રિજેક્ટેડ. અને એટ ધ સેમ ટાઈમ તમને ખબર નહીં પડે કે એપ્લિકેશન રિજેક્ટ થઈ. તમારે ચેક કરવાનું કે તમારી અમાઉન્ટ બ્લોક થઈ છે કે નહીં. નથી થઈ એનો મતલબ તમારી એપ્લિકેશન રિજેક્ટ થઈ છે. After receiving the share application and blocking the application money, the bank informs the same to registrar of the companies, and only those applications of which the application amount is blocked are handed over to lead manager of the company by banks. Once all the application which is received by the bank is checked, and if it is duly signed with a specific or specimen signature, then and then it will be handed over to the lead manager for further process by the bank. Same way, there are so many banks are associated in this particular process, and obviously they are getting a commission for it, and hence they happily work for this application receiving and application submitting to the lead manager. So here the second point, that is receiving share application, is over, where the recognized bank is receiving share application either from the investor, from the broker, or from the sub-broker. Then next, point number 3 is classification of share applications. A statement of share application is prepared after receiving share applications. હવે શેર એપ્લિકેશન બધી મળી પછી એનો એક સ્ટેટમેન્ટ બનાવવામાં આવે કે હાઉ મેની નંબર ઓફ એપ્લિકેશન્સ આર રિસીવ્ડ ફ્રોમ વેર, એન્ડ each and everything is mentioned very clearly. Applications with incomplete information are rejected. If in any case the bank has blocked the amount, but At the same time, the lead manager found that this particular application form is not duly filled, then they reject the application at any stage. Applications qualifying for share allotment are classified into various categories of investors. As per SEBI guidelines, applications are to be classified as retail investor, basically as an individual. Whenever we are applying for the issue, then we will be termed as a retail investors. Non-institutional high net worth investors, that is HNI, high net worth investors, who subscribed in a very large amount, and majority the corporates and different kinds of insurance etc. companies are associated with these high net worth investors. Institutional investors, all those mutual fund, insurance and other institutions, that is Nidhi companies etc., who are interested in investing comes under the category of institutional investors. Fourth one is ESOP, that is employee stock option plan, in which the employees of the company, shares are reserved for allotment to employees of the company. So these are the four categories. First one is the retail, where you and me and like us, there are so many people who can apply for the shares in a retail category. Then high net worth investors like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala and all, who are the anchor investors, that Damani, and who are high net worth individuals. Institutional investors like different types of banks, mutual fund companies, insurance companies and etc. While the employees, if it is reserved for employees, otherwise not. As per SEBI guidelines, it is necessary to reserve 10% of shares issued for retail investors. Generally, in the SEBI guidelines, it is necessary to reserve at least 10% of share for retail. Basically, nowadays majority of the companies are reserving 35% to the retail investors. But as per the SEBI rules, minimum 10% is required. Generally, a company discloses the reservation made for the each class to investor for share to be allotted in its prospectus. In its prospectus, they given like a retail 35%, HNI 15%, II, that is institutional investors 25%, then FDI, that is foreign direct investment 15%, and employees 10%. So they are showing this category in the prospectus itself, so that a normal person can understand that what will be the share allocation process. After this, the fourth and last stage of this particular procedure for share application is share application and statement of share allotment. Share application and statement of share allotment. The number of applications received in each category is compared with number of shares to be allotted in their respective category. Now this category will be taking into consideration whenever you are taking an allotment. So if in a retail sector 200 times or 2 times application received, then 50 application will be taken, or we can say will be taken as an allotment, while 50 applications will be rejected. Same way for each category, number of applications received against the number of applications allotted is done, and then the allotment will be started. If the number of applications received in category are more than the shares to be allotted, then proportionate allotment is done. It means if 2 times it is allotted, then 50-50 done. 3 times it is allotted, then 33%. It means 1 application of every 3 application will be accepted and 2 application will be rejected. Same way, as per the number of applications received, the allotment is done. Allotment is finalized in consultation with the company secretary, it is obvious, lead manager to the issue, and representative of the recognized stock exchanges. First of all, please line this statement that allotment is finalized in consultation with the company secretary, lead manager to the issue, and representative of recognized stock exchange where we are going to listing our shares. A statement of allotment containing the detail of the name of the applicant to whom shares are allotted, number of shares allotted, demat account number, depository participant ID, etc. is prepared. So now, when we rejected the application, then we inform that your application is rejected due to, or you haven't received any allotment. But those who selected for the allotment, then the list of their applications along with their name, PAN number, depository account number, number of shares allotted, amount to be debited, and each and everything, one statement is prepared by a company secretary. Depository and depository participants are informed about the shares allotted to respective applicants, and share allotted are credited to respective demat account of the applicant. And once this process is ended, then all the particular depositors, as we discussed NSDL and CDSL in standard 12th OC chapter number 9, there is two depositories are working in India. First one is national, that is NSDL, and second one is the central, that is CDSL. Now the particular company's lead manager will inform that depositors that this number of applicants have received these shares, and or these shares is allotted to this many applicants. So it is prepared depository and depository participant. Basically depository participant means all the brokers, sub-broker or banks associated with it are informed about the share allotted to respective applicant, and share allotted are credited to demat account of that applicant at the same time. Once it is finalized by the company with association of company secretary, lead manager and representative of stock exchange, then on the spot the shares are credited to the demat account of the respective applicant, and the blocked amount will be debited from their account and it is credited into the escrow account of the bank, and you will receive SMS of the same thing. The price of the shares allotted is transferred from the amount blocked under the SBAR to the escrow bank account for the company. As I said that the amount will be debited from the applicant's account and it will be credited into escrow account. Applicants are informed about the share allotted or not through SMS and email by the stock exchange and depository participant. Line this statement also. Whether you are means you are allotted or not, in both the cases the SMS or the email will be sent by the depository participant or stock exchange to the respective investors. It means you will be intimidated. The company also informs about the allotment of share to the registrar of companies and SEBI. It is compulsory to inform to SEBI and registrar of companies regarding the share allotment. You have to mention the procedure of share allotment to them, and then you have to submit the final report of the share allotment. The company also informs about the allotment of shares to the registrar of companies and SEBI. Then the company is required to complete the entire process from receiving share applications to allotment of shares and listing of shares on a recognized stock exchange within the 15 days as per SEBI guidelines. See, after the new guidelines of SEBI, once you publish the prospectus, or we can say once you start the IPO, say for example if it is started on the 1st September 2020, then all the process should be completed as on or before 15th September, including allotment of share, refund process, each and everything, and along with the submission of this report to the recognized stock exchange, SEBI and lead manager also. So what is given lastly, the company is required to complete the entire process from receiving share applications from the different type of applicants to allotment of shares and listing of share on recognized stock exchange. It means within 15 days you have to listed these shares also. Say for example on last Friday the company issued or company opened a IPO, and on this Thursday this share is getting listed into the recognized stock exchange within 15 days as per SEBI guidelines. Please line this statement also. So here today we completed the procedure of share application. Now the next topic, that is the procedure of share allotment, will be done in the next session, because today it is almost time to complete the lecture. I hope you understood each and everything very clearly, and if any doubt is there, then please feel free to ask. But please go through it once, and yes, today's homework you have to write down the procedure of share application once in your fair book. And please understand each and every technical part as well as the jargons which are used in the procedure, so that you will be able to understand furthermore any of the topics related to it. I hope you got my point very clearly, and yes, please do your homework diligently. Have a nice day, and thank you very much, class.